I wonder why Israel's biggest problem is the young generation of the black community when we're all the way over here. We don't have no land, we don't have no communities, we don't have no commodities, we don't have any resources, we don't have any bombs, we don't have any nuclear weapons, we don't have any missiles, we don't have any military. Why would we be the biggest threat? Wouldn't the biggest threat be the people you're actually in war with? What do we have to do with anything y'all got going on? Could it be that the conspiracies about identity theft are true? Perhaps. Because I doubt that, a lie would be a big threat to an entire country. I don't think a lie would. But what I think is the biggest threat is that the truth is being revealed, and the world knows that. Time's up.
Video of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varnai Shorer. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States.
And take this home with you. The Jewish representative of Israel said that the greatest difficulty that Israel has is with young black Americans. What does Israel have to fear about young black Americans? Because they refuse to be controlled by the forces that control their fathers and their grandfathers. That is over. So I say to Israel, leave the black youth alone. Don't come into our community trying to kill us to satisfy your bloodlust. Turn my young black brothers over to the nation of Islam. We'll take them and teach them and civilize them.
So Donald Trump wants to take down all of the things in the Smithsonian. Yeah, as it regards to black people. That's fine. Because now, even more of the information is coming out. First of all, I want to say something. The reason why, have you ever thought about the reason why we are so despised, so feared? Have you ever really thought about that? Is it just racism? Or are we woke about the wrong things? Wait a minute, hold on, honey. Something crawling on me. Okay. Oh, but I want to ask you that question. See, the deal is, they know who we are. But many times, most of us do not.
I got a serious question. Why can't Clip people leave black people alone? What in the ever fuck do black people got to do with what the hell is going on in Israel? Why is it y'all always trying to find a way to put some shit on black people? Our president ain't even black no more. It's a white man. So what the fuck is happening? I legitimately need a white person to tell me what the fuck is y'all problem with black people. For real. Because we really don't do shit to y'all.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
I got a serious question. Why can't Clip people leave black people alone? What in the ever fuck do black people got to do with what the hell is going on in Israel? Why is it y'all always trying to find a way to put some shit on black people? Our president ain't even black no more. It's a white man. So what the fuck is happening? I legitimately need a white person to tell me what the fuck is y'all problem with black people. For real. Because we really don't do shit to y'all. Like all the violent shit that you keep in your head saying that we don't do that shit. Y'all do that shit. Raping, killing, murdering, y'all are the top of the food chain when it comes to all violence. Why is it that y'all is on our backs like we the ones who doing it more than y'all? Like for real, black people just stay on repeat in your mind. And I really need to understand why. You know what? I know why. I don't know why I'm playing around. I know why. It's because we the chosen people. We the chosen people. And the white people is trying to do whatever they can to eradicate our ass because they don't want us to go home. That's what it is. We are the holders of the earth. And y'all ass is the visitors. And y'all mad. That's what it is. It can't be nothing else. Like science has proven this as a fact. It can't be nothing else at this point. See, I didn't want to get to the point of that realization because that point of realization comes towards the edge of being prejudiced. But goddamn it, it's the fucking truth. Because otherwise, it ain't no point for white people to look at black people the way that y'all do. Because all the shit that y'all scared that we gonna do, y'all did it to us first. My mind is blown. Let me go lay down. I'm finna take a nap. Goodbye. Now, wait a minute. I gotta go back and I gotta fix something because I just went on a rant, but it was a good rant, so I'm not gonna do it over and I need to correct myself. If you have been on my page for a while, you know that I have two categories of white people. There are regular white people and then there are clear people. The white people are the good people who stand for everything great, gracious, and empathize with everybody and everything around them. Then there are clear people who are nationalists and who don't give a fuck about nothing but their own skin color. Those are the ones that we don't like. Now, with that being said, I know that there are white people out here who are actually our allies. But here's the thing, y'all. Y'all, our allies, only where we can hear and see you. We now need you to be our allies out there, out in public, where everybody can hear and see you. Okay, that means going out and talking to everybody in your community about how bad it is that people of color are being treated. Grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, mama, daddy, brother, sister, cousin, your next door neighbor, Miss Lulu around the corner, the lady who be up at the fresh market that you go and shop at, her and her whole entire family. Go to your church and scream it from the mountaintops. They ask for you to do an open prayer in your church. Pray for the people of color and make everybody around you feel like shit because they don't feel the same way and they need to change the way that they are thinking. We need you to go into your communities now and speak up for us because just standing in our community and telling us how you're here with us ain't helping no more. Ain't nobody listening. You got to go knock on everybody else's door so that they can hear you clearly. For real. I know y'all out there. I know you out there and I'm grateful for you. It's a lot of people who are grateful for you, but we need you to make a little bit more noise because, baby, let me tell you something. We this close to standing on a landmine and blowing every fucking thing up into World War III. You hear what I'm saying to you? We need help. Y'all got to come out here and make noise because this shit is... Go back and watch the original video. That's some shit. Go and do your own research and watch what the woman said. It's some shit.
Thanks for saying the quiet part out loud. If Black Americans one day decided that we were just collectively done with the shit and we were going to rise up against our own oppressive government and the genocide going on in Palestine, it'd be over. It'd be over in like 3 to 5 business days, if you hear what I'm saying. Like, why do you think Black revolutionary leaders dropped like flies? And who do you think did it? So just to be clear, the Israeli state thinks that we, the Black community, are the biggest threat to Israel. And they're right. Honestly, they probably just saw my TikTok account. Like, if we're being real, That's a joke. That's a joke. I'm not that conceited.
There's so many layers here and so many things that aren't being said, and I'm going to get into it. So for one, keep it in the forefront of your mind what she said, that black people are the biggest threat to Israel. Keep that in the forefront of your mind. Now, we know that currently there's a hyper awareness around the topic of genocide because of what's happening in Palestine. But has anybody actually sat back and questioned the timing of the release of information about Sudan and the Congo? Because it's suspicious. Now, she said we're the biggest threat. The reason that we're the biggest threat is because black people are the global symbol of resilience. These people have been trying to exterminate us forever, and they haven't been able to do it. So when they saw us come out overwhelmingly and stand with Palestine, they were fearful that we would pass on that resilient spirit and that strength to those people, the people they're currently trying to exterminate. So what they did was they put out this information about Africa to divert our attention, because they know that if we see something happening over there, we're going to immediately side with our people, because that's the way that we normally move. And they expect our community to do what some members have done. See, this is why we don't need to be standing with other people. We need to be worried about ourselves, our people, blah, 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 blah. Y'all, it's okay to care about more than one thing at a time. It's actually quite important that you're able to do that. You can stand on multiple issues at once, and we're going to have to. Because if you allow genocide in one place, you're allowing it everywhere. It sets a precedent when you show that you don't care. That means it's going to show up in other places and people still won't care. We can't allow that. But the timing of the release of information is what I want to focus on, because it is very intentional. They managed to keep the information about the Congo and Sudan out of the mainstream media, out of the news, off of these apps. We didn't know until we found out about Palestine what was happening in those places. You can't tell me that that wasn't intentional. Black people have to learn to recognize our power, y'all. If we weren't so powerful, we wouldn't be a threat to anybody. Like y'all say, we sitting over here, we're minding our business, we ain't even thinking about y'all. But somehow we're still a threat. It's because of what we represent. Black people are the symbol of resilience and of strength. They know that. We have to know it, and we have to start walking in it.
So Donald Trump wants to take down all of the things in the Smithsonian. Yeah, as it regards to black people. That's fine. Because now even more of the information is coming out. First of all, I want to say something. The reason why, have you ever thought about the reason why we are so despised, so feared? Have you ever really thought about that? Is it just racism, or are we woke about the wrong things? Wait a minute, hold on, honey, something crawling on me. Okay. Oh, but I want to ask you that question. See, the deal is, they know who we are, but many times, most of us do not. Have you ever stopped to wonder why the Christ is depicted as a blonde-haired, blue-eyed character, and God is depicted as this being that is white, that all of the disciples were British or something like that? Have you ever stopped to wonder, when did God turn white?
When God turned white. If ancient Persia remembered the Israelites as black, then how did we forget? How did the children of Cush, the sons of Jacob, once described with bronze skin and coiled hair, become pale figures with flowing blonde locks draped in royal blue? The answer begins in paint and ends in power. Let's begin in Renaissance Europe. By the 1400s, Christianity had become not just a religion, but a political tool wielded by monarchs, popes, and empires. It was no longer about remembering God's people. It was about controlling the image of God himself. So the artists got to work. Look at Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper. Jesus sitting among his disciples is pale-skinned, narrow-faced, and European in every detail.
So see, there's plenty of reasons for folks to actually despise us. And racism solely is not the issue. It is disguised as that, but that's not the issue. Again, they know who we are, huh? Many of us do not. And it is written, the people perish because of a lack of knowledge. And though those 22 books may be missing in the Bible, naturally, your girl found them. Okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put things in different parts. And so since he wants to remove things from the Smithsonian, I'm glad he did, because it actually just catapulted me and other content creators to go on there and put out the real news, the news that we all need to see. But I also will tell you, as this goes on, as I continue to share what I have been learning, I need to also tell us that the reason that we may have gone into enslavement is beyond what we initially thought. All right, y'all. Y'all know me. Power to the people. Power to the people, baby. I'm about to get this knowledge because I feel like this. Once we really, really know, all of us as a unit, who we really are. You know, we say, yeah, we come from kings and queens. But do you understand that? No, I don't think you do. Because I certainly didn't, and I'm a history buff. Okay? Power. Bye.
By now, I think we've all seen this video circulating on TikTok with that headline. But I want to tell y'all what that's about. Movement for Black Lives is a policy platform that's not the same thing as Black Lives Matter, although they focus on the same issues: anti-racism, reparations for Black people, abolishing the death penalty, free college tuition for everyone in the United States. In 2016, they also presented a 40 policy proposal on boycotting, divesting, and sanctioning Israel for the war crimes and genocide against the Palestinians. This upset a lot of American Jewish citizens who feel like they have fought with Black Lives Matter, and they did not think that the Palestinian struggle and the Black struggle in America should be looked at as synonymous or even remotely anywhere near the same. It also upset parliament members of the Israeli government, and so they started to see that a lot of young Black college students were supporting BDS after Black Lives Matter also signed on to the BDS policy. So in 2020, they decided to do a convention and bring together 40 Black leaders within the United States to try and spread loyalty to Israel and to detour young Black college students from boycotting Israel. The boycotting and divesting included not spending money with businesses that are loyal to Israel, not supporting artists who are loyal to Israel, as well as not investing in stocks, getting companies to not invest in stocks and not supporting the companies that invest in stocks that are loyal to Israel. Now, due to the growing support of the BDS policy, Benjamin Netanyahu, all of 2020, worked with politicians in the United States to pass a law that says that you cannot boycott Israel or hire any employee who will boycott Israel if you take government contract funding or venture funding from certain venture capitalists. This is why we see a lot of people who have spoken out in pro-Palestinian comments on their social media being fired from their jobs, because a lot of these companies are government contractors and they've taken government funds and they are bound by that law. This is also why we see some artists not speaking out or have spoken out as pro-Israel. This meeting is to combat any type of resistance that we do here in the United States in support of the Palestinians. And a lot of young Black college students have signed on to the BDS cause, and they want to stop that. Now, while there are other things that we should also be considering with this situation, there are other things that we also need to consider that are right at our doorsteps right now. I'll make another video about that later on because our attention spans are just... But please make sure that you share this video, and thanks.